So the question is, why we meditate and why we meditate daily. Open the curtain to see the sunrise. Yeah. It's like the sun. Today is a beautiful sun here. This morning. The sun rise regularly, exact time. So the same. We need to be regular in our practice of meditation. Early sunrise or sunset. So meditation needs to be the basis of your life. Everything is built on meditation. Why? Because it is based on a fundamental understanding that the practice of quieting the mind, concentrating the mind, quieting the mind, and turning inward is necessary for you to become mentally healthy, spiritually healthy, and eventually physically healthy. Meditation is like a tonic to the mind. The mind is active, imagine, all day long. All kinds of thoughts, all kinds of emotions, all kinds of reactions to situations, all kinds of, regrets, memories, and all kinds of projection to the future that create anxiety. If you live in the past, then you have sadness, regrets. If you live in the future, then you have anxiety. Only when you live in the present that you feel peaceful, centered, together, capable to change situation. But most of the time we miss our present because our mind is very busy with the past, very busy with the future. So we don't really quite appreciate the present and quite appreciate the moment and appreciate life. So meditation is based on that idea of classical yoga is that we function out of this life, but we don't really quite understand what this life is about. We believe certain aspects of ourselves to be the truth, but we don't really know who we are. So that's a basic teaching of yoga. There's a beautiful book called Meditation and Mantras of Swami Vishnu Devanji, and it's translated in Vietnamese, Thiền định và Mantra. Then he talked a few points. He say, because we are not understanding the deeper meaning of life, we do not ask ourselves the question, who am I? What is the purpose of my life? Why I'm all the time struggling and unhappy? So the problem is that when we struggle with our life, we always come up with new idea, new solution to our life problems, and then we try it, we apply it. But after some time, it doesn't work. You might have peace of mind a little bit, and then again you are restless again. So our restlessness seeking for answer never ends. The idea is, because we did not integrate our spiritual self, our inner wisdom in the solution, in the answer. So that's why it's always a little temporary. Yeah? We might find some solution, but it's never really the solution, because the all answers lie within, and we did not consult our deeper self, our true self. So that's why it is said that you need to spend time to slow down and to put all your energy in the meditation in daily life, because it keeps you on track. It keeps you in connection with yourself. It keeps you on the path of wisdom. Because only when you go inward and very deep within, then you know who you are, and you are not subject to all the influences in this life of the environment, of people around, of temporary goals that you might have that might make you lost. So our mind is not trustworthy to give us the purpose of life, because our mind is constantly being constantly changing and being influenced by others. So our idea of peace and happiness is very temporary. So we have difficulty to gain control of the mind, and the mind is constantly projecting different ideas, planning for the future, rearranging the drama, replaying past events, discussing the pro and con, and continuously the mind is busy. So the mind also is like a music record. I mean, it has habits and grooves and samskaras. So that's why we feel like we are stuck sometimes in a loop, because we do things and then we come back to the same place, do things, come back to the same place, because our mind always reproduces the same impression, the same story, and then we are stuck. So when we meditate, we overcome these tendencies and these grooves or these habits of the mind, or these patterns of the mind that bind us. Because when you meditate, three things happen. And number one is you are cleaning the subconscious impressions. Because good or bad, there is a lot of subconscious impressions in our mind. Our mind is keeping record and keeping track of everything. And then it becomes obstacles. Because, these deep impressions in the mind start to govern our life. That means our mind governs our life, and it's not us that govern the mind in order to be free from the binding effect of the habits of the mind. See, we are the self. We are the owner of the mind. We are the director of the mind. We are the guide of the mind. But when we don't have that habit of meditation, daily life, we lose our control. We lose our control of our own mind. So the mind keep moving in its own accord through habit, through impression, through desires that you already have since long time. So you lose the control of the mind. That means you lose the control of your life. Your life becomes just a repetition of the patterns in the mind, a projection of these ideas that already preconceived idea. And then we become the subject, the victim of our own karma or past impression in the past. And we say that we are drowning in the ocean of samsara, or the wheel of birth and death. So the yogis have studied the mind. Patanjali Maharishi has written this Raja Yoga Sutras, which is a deep psychological study of the mind. And he said that the more that you yoga chitta vritti nirodha, that means the more that you be able to calm the mind down, the more that you have less thought in the mind. Thoughts is a vritti, or the modification of the mind. In the lake of the mind, say, thought is a thought wave, or the vritti. The more that you be able to have less thought in the mind, the more peace you have. If you don't, if you are not successful in reducing the thought waves, and you allow the mind to be restless and rajasic, then it will keep projecting different ideas. And then you run after this different idea of how to find happiness. And then we get disappointed. We go round and round. So it's always good for some time until we hit bottom. And the mind always keep promising another happiness, another way. In other words, we cannot truly find solution to our life by using the solution that our mind presented. Because Einstein says, no solution can be found in the same level of consciousness that has created it. I mean, in order to find solution to our life, we need to go deeper or higher or differently than the mind habit. And to do that, you have to turn inward and upward and change your vibration of thoughts, change your pattern of thinking, and tune yourself to the spirit within, and cleanse the mind and its pattern, purify the mind and the emotions. So all this meditation offer you. I said there is three things that happen during meditation. One is you clean your subconscious. Two is you develop your consciousness. You become more aware of the pattern of the mind. You become more aware of what you are thinking. And you become aware of your higher self. Okay, and then number three is you develop your intuition. The intuition is the capacity to know without thinking, without reasoning, because it's a user using the higher mind, and it is the intuitive mind that is developed during meditation. During meditation, what happens is when all the thought waves calm down, through concentration on the pure sound, mantra, or calm the thought waves down, allow the thoughts to calm down like the waves of the lake calm down, then the lake become very clean and pure, and you can see the true reflection of yourself in it. So if you successfully be able to do that, just simply concentrate the mind on a pure thought, then already, you come closer and closer to connection with the source of wisdom within you. So then already you have improved your life. You become stronger, clearer. You'll be able to come up with solutions in your life that are not necessarily just reaction, because you come from higher source, you come from yourself. So be in connection with yourself and be wise and be intuitive and know can only come through the practice of protracted meditation. When it becomes a habit for you to turn within, when it becomes a habit for you to keep the mind calm, when it becomes a habit for you not to run to extreme, when it becomes a habit to you to be the observer, see, then at that time, your life improves quality 100 times. You will be free from disappointment because you are aware and awake. You'll be free from attachment because attachment comes from the pattern of the mind. You recover from your sense of loss. People that have lost family members or people that are close to them and they are in grief, sometimes can be a long time. But when you meditate, it's like you renounce all thoughts in meditation. You go deep within yourself where you find the peace beyond all thoughts and beyond all attachment. You renew yourself. Then at that time, you are in connection with your own soul. And your soul is the same soul with everybody. So therefore, you find solace and you find comfort in the case that you are grieving out of loss. So meditation, by going deep within, can give you many kind of solutions to your life like that. If you are very much a worry person, all the time you think that you are responsible to your life alone, and you work so hard in order to create a certain situation in your life, and then you become anxious, fearful, because things change. And you know that whatever you do, things change. Yeah. So then at that time, your answer is stress and anxiety. But meditation helps you to overcome stress and anxiety. Again, it goes inward instead of outward. It finds your inner strength, and your solution comes from within, that has much deeper dimension, and that is eternal, that is Satchidananda, that is, overcome the idea of even death, because the spirit or the soul is deathless. So therefore it's not afraid. But we are attached to this body, so we have very much a big anxiety, because one day closer to death. So meditation brings you one day closer to immortality, closer to understanding of your spirit. So therefore, it relieves you from anxiety that comes from the fear of changes, the fear of loss. And when you meditate a lot, then you see, or just meditate regularly, then you see that you become more flexible and tolerant in life. You become more strong, calm. Whatever situation or stress or challenge that you meet in life, you are calm. So you don't create big drama out of your life. And then you are able to be flexible. That means be able to change your view about things instead of resisting change. Yeah. And you'll be able to aware of many things that are acceptable to you. When you become intolerant or very stressed, it's because only one thing that you think that is good for you, and the other thing you don't like, you're afraid. But when you develop your awareness, you become more free, because many solutions can come and you are fine with it. Your mind is more flexible. Also, another benefit of meditation is that you become grateful and appreciative about life. Yeah, you forget very easily. You're enthusiastic and positive. So you're appreciative. You're not depressed and resentful. Yeah. Because if you don't meditate, then the mind nature is always having different kind of desire. When desire is there projecting, then you run after it. Then oftentimes you meet with disappointment, and you angry, disappointment, and your heart closes. Sometimes you feel like a loser. You don't get what you want. Get more frustration. But if you meditate, your mind open, your heart open, you are much more content, appreciative, you're grateful for everything you got, and you are not desirous. You become content. Okay? And when you become content, it helps also the world. So meditation is not a selfish venture. when you turn inward and you try to find peace for your life, actually you are helping the world. Because like Swami Vishnu Devanji said, to change the color of a cloth, you change every thread of it. I mean, if you become a peaceful person, then the whole world will also become peaceful because of you. So you don't create trouble to the world. Your influence over the world and people around you are naturally more peaceful. So you are not a troublemaker. You're not a person that is dependent from others. Others have to take care of you. But when you meditate, you take care of yourself and you help the world. So the world become a better place because you meditate. So more people meditate will be better for the world. Then more people worry about politics and war. Actually, the leader that lead people to peace are people that are meditating. But the leader that lead people to trouble are people that are very fearful, are very angry, very desirous. They want power, they want everything. But the meditator is content. Meditator is not wanting anything because they found everything within. So people say also, but if I meditate, then I don't have chance to have relationship. I miss out about life. That is not true. Because without meditation, you suffer from loneliness. Even if you are married or you are with friends, you still suffer from loneliness. But during meditation, because you are deeply in connection with your true self, which is the source of life within you, you are in connection. You're not suffering from loneliness. It's only in appearance only that you are lonely when you meditate. Actually, you find yourself, and yourself is other people as well. So when you find other people, you are more in harmony with them because you are in harmony with yourself. If not, you compare yourself with other people and you are always, either have the sense of superiority or the sense of inferiority or the sense of jealousy and envy and the sense of conflict with other people. So then meditation helps you with better relationship, not only with yourself, but with other people. That means that you have the capacity of love because you love yourself. You love your true self, and your true nature is love. And when your true nature is love and you are in connection with it, you are capable to love other people without losing yourself. Because in selfless kind of love, you love other people, including yourself, because we are one. So if you don't meditate and you don't find yourself, instead of love, oftentimes we can have negative emotions. For example, hatred, angry, anxiety, I talked already about, envy, jealousy, lust, desire. So meditation cleans your subconscious mind from all the negative emotions of the past. And it helps you to overcome self-doubt. That means what? That means meditation is capable to restore your faith. Your faith in yourself, your faith in the world, your faith in the Supreme Being, your faith in the teaching, your faith that everything is good, your faith that you are capable to find happiness. If you don't meditate, you might have doubt, because you run around and get a lot of disappointment, and things seems not to work out, and you cannot understand, and you are in the dark. So then you have self-doubt. Doubt that you are capable to find peace, doubt that you are intelligent, doubt that that God loves you, doubt that you have love for others as well, doubt that this world has a meaning, doubt that everything is good. So when you have doubt, your mind will try to find reasons to justify your doubt. And you might lose your faith. Faith is the fastest thing to change your anxiety. The scientific research nowadays has developed what we call they have studied about neuroplasticity. It's a new word. Neuroplasticity is the theory that our brain reformat and change itself constantly, renew itself. So when we talk about flexibility of mind and adaptability in all situations, and be able to face all situations with calm without stress, we're talking about neuroplasticity. So the more that you do yoga practices and meditation practices, the more that you are such person when your brain become very flexible. And you are not functioning only out of the habits of the past, but you can adapt to new situation. Your mind can transcend the conditioning of the past, the tendency toward attachment and toward running away from pain that come from experience of the past. What that means? That means that you are no longer be limited and fearful that you would experience the same pain of the past. But you become more confident that you can find the way out to progress in life and to evolve and to become closer to your peace and happiness and freedom that you find within. So you have faith. That means you have faith in yourself, means you know that you can learn. Whatever you need to learn, you know that you can learn, and you know you can change, and you can change and you can evolve. and that the whole world is there for you. Okay? Because you come closer to the force and to the infinite power within you that always encourages you, reinforce you, give strength to you, and guide you in the positive direction. So when we meditate, we become more and more aware of that inner guidance. And we have more and more self-confidence, not based on the ego, but based on this connection with that true strength within you, true source of wisdom within you. So the more that you have the habit to be guided by this true source of wisdom within you, yeah, the more your life will be peaceful, and then you want to meditate every day. It become a natural thing. Okay, so you cannot get to that source of wisdom through the senses. That's why you need to withdraw the senses and turn within. You cannot get to that source of wisdom through the intellect. Yeah, but through the intuition that is higher than intellect. So therefore, you need to follow the step-by-step, the guidance of meditation, so you can get to that source of wisdom within you. Because sciences that is using intellect cannot find solution to life. It helps many things, but it cannot find the whole big picture. So that's why meditation and reaching out to our eternal spirit is the way of wisdom. It explains our life. It explains our karma. It explains why certain things happen. And that you need to go quite deep to understand that. So to end, the meditation is not just only concentration of mind, but meditation also means reconnecting with your heart. We call Bhakti Yoga meditation, means have love and devotion in your heart, have selflessness in your life, be open and try to be at service of others. That also is a form of finding yourself and meditating in daily life. And meditation, of course, is concentration, reducing the number of thoughts in your mind. Keep your life simple, keep your life focused. And keep your needs and desire low. Otherwise, the mind can lead you into craziness, into greed, into accumulation, into delusion, into a lot of wrong things. And meditation is also wisdom. That means capable to reflect on yourself and to do self-inquiry, so you know that you are overly attached, overly react, overly this, that you are yourself. So you are not continuing the pattern of the mind of the past. So you are constantly self-transform yourself. And all the future would, the brilliant future is there for you without you worrying about this. Okay? So meditation comes with self-discipline. So there's 8 limbs of yoga you need to study. Everything is important in the journey of meditation. You need to contemplate about all the guidelines, ethical guidelines. You need to practice asana to calm the mind down and let the energy flow. You need to practice pranayama to balance the mind and purify the thoughts. You need to learn to withdraw the senses or to use the senses in a wise way. You need to concentrate the mind. The mind needs to be concentrated so you're not distracted. And spend some time every day, with at least half an hour morning, half an hour evening, to sit, to concentrate on the mantra, to know exactly what you do, not just only closing your eyes and floating around in imagination. So you need to learn about meditation technique properly. So meditation is not escaping the world. Meditation is not wandering around in the psychic world. Meditation is very clear. It brings you to your life. It brings you to be aware of yourself. It brings you to wisdom. It's not escaping. It's not imagination. And meditation leads you to ultimate freedom from the root cause of your suffering. Okay? Hare Om Tat Sat. How many more minutes?
Yeah, 10 more minutes.
Okay, thank you. If anybody has any question, you can ask. We have a few minutes. Oh.